So we finna restart this video because I literally just did y'all a video, y'all. And my boss started calling about a damn radio that we've been arguing about for like the last hour. And I keep telling him the radios are in there. They're in there. They're in. He like, they're not in there. They're not. Now I'm like, they're in there. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? They got picked up. He like, I know they got picked up. I asked every guard. I'm like, so what do you want me to do? And then he gonna say, oh, they in the bag. Yeah, they in the bag. What? We can't carry 30-something radios in our hand. So, yes, we put them in the bag. You never check the bag? You never check the bag, but you call and interrupted me in my video because you can't find the radio. But you steady calling, and I'm steady saying they got picked up. They got picked up. But you steady saying, but I don't see them, but I don't see them. But they got picked up. Oh, they right here in the bag. No freaking duh. No duh. Of course, I'm still stuck at work. So, of course, I'm finna go on and knock y'all out the rest of the story. You feel me? You already know, because I already said whole fuck month of February, baby. Ooh, look at me getting tongue-tied, baby. We throwing out content. You know what I'm saying? I got a move to make. I got money to be made. And I'm trying to live bigger and better. You understand? I'm sorry. I don't know when my blessing go come, but somebody is going to come and they going to want to buy one of my stories or license one of my stories. I'm going to get some money, or we going to turn some of this into a book or some cartoons or something. See, it's going to come for me. I already know the money flow is coming. The abundance is coming. My spiritualness is going to grow. My pockets is going to grow on everything. This is the last year of having any type of struggle. This is the year of solutions and resolutions. You understand? Ain't nobody playing. I want bigger and better. I'm sorry. I don't want no $10 and $20 tips. I want bigger and better. I'm sorry. I don't know why we got to be so humble, but I don't want to be humble no more. I want it all. Straight up. I want it all. Straight up. Period. Ain't nobody died and went on the other side and came back and told me it's cracking over there. No, I want to hear while I'm here and living. I want all my flowers. Yeah. Facts. I want my big house, my mansion with the pool, all that. And I'm going to get it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Watch. But anyway, let's get into the story. So like I said, he done pulled up and all that, begging me to come. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to come. So I lay down or whatever. I end up dozing back off. Boom. I wake up to my phone ringing. I'm like, hello. She like, what you doing? I'm like, girl, I'm laying down. She like, you not coming? I'm like, girl, what time? Like, she like, in a few hours. I'm like, okay, well, I'll get up in like an hour. She like, girl, he on you. I'm like, girl, tell me the real about this situation. Like, what's up with you and him? She like, girl, this ain't nothing but a money play. She like, but he don't rock with me like that. You know what I'm saying? She was like, he don't rock with me like that. Like, we kick it every now and then. She like, but you know, I'm just a part of the scene, you know, so they can watch, da-da-da-da. I'm more like the pleasure girl. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, then why he playing fake on my bumper? She like, nah, I ain't never seen him act like this. She like, he really like you. I'm like, man, he don't like nobody. She like, anyway. She like, he want to speak to you. I'm like, hello. I'm like, hello, stalker, you just left. He like, man, cut the bullshit. He like, when you getting ready? I'm like, when I feel like it. He like, matter of fact, I'm finna bring her to come get her car. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, look, I don't even want to go. So I get in the tub. My brother in the front. Of course, my brother gonna let her in. She come tell me he went at the door. Can he come in? I'm like, I don't care. I'm in the tub, relaxing. I'm having a good time. Now, she talking to me in the door of the bathroom. He in my room, sitting in the chair, I assume, right? So, I get out the tub, put my towel around, dry off, and I go in my room. I'm just like, damn. I'm like, what's up? He like, you not going? You don't want to go? I'm like, look, I don't want to go. You feel me? He like, man, stop fucking playing, bro. I'm like, look, bro, I don't know what y'all got going on. I done got caught up in a mix. I'm like, last night was last night. I was off a motherfucking pill. You feel me? Shouldn't even did what I did. Like, it is what it is. He like, man, I don't want to hear none of that. He like, you not finna leave. He like, you not finna use no lame ass excuses to act like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This why you did what you did. He like, I don't want to hear none of that. I'm like, okay. All right. You feel me? I don't want to hear none of that. Oh my God, somebody is calling. So anyway, I'm like, oh, I'll go. He like, can I pick out what you want to wear? I'm like, creep. He like, well, your closet right here. I'm like, I understand that. He like, damn. He like, I can't pick out what you want to wear. I'm like, man, go on and pick it out. She like, nah, Pooh, for real. It ain't like that between me and him. Me and him, she like, I'm more of like, you know, the showgirl of the show. I'm like, I get it. It's all good. I'm like, I just don't want no issue about no nigga because I ain't tripping about no nigga. He like, damn, you act like I'm not right here the way you talking. I'm like, I'm just saying, though, we cool and all. He like, man, you know what? Man, fuck it. You ain't got to go nowhere with me. I'm like, all right, say less. So she tell me, he walk out. She like, Pooh, why you acting like that? I'm like, because, bro, I feel weird at the last night. She like, you always telling people to go with the flow. Why you ain't going with the flow? I'm like, because I don't want to go with the flow. The flow was last night. The flow is over with. But really, I was trying to block this shit. I was trying to block it because, baby, he is hitting a nigga with a hammer. You know what I'm talking about? I'm getting drilled. And I'm loving it. And he got me over here getting, oh, you understand? You understand? So I'm like, huh. So I'm thinking he finna leave. He didn't leave or whatever. So I ended up putting on like a little dress and put on some flip-flops and I walked her outside. She like, calm down and get the bag, bitch. He cool. Like, calm down. I'm like, whatever. She like, man, come out with us tonight. I'm like, whatever. So he like, you still acting funny? I'm like, whatever. He like, is you gonna get dressed? I'm like, you wanna pick out what I'm wearing? He like, yeah. I'm like, all right, come on. So he come back in the house. He like, I want you to put this dress on. And it was this yellow dress I had that I've been having like sitting in the closet. It was cute, but I felt like, where we going for me to be wearing this? He like, you got heels or sandals? I'm like, I got both. He like, bring both. I'm like, okay. He like, what kind of purse you got? I showed him my purse is just hanging up behind the door. He like, where that one? I'm like, all right. I get dressed. He like, pull your hair up in a ponytail. Okay, all right, you're doing too much, but it did. It was a look. It was real cute. So we end up leaving. So on our way out the door, my brother like, so you ain't gonna introduce me to the nigga? Now this boy done had my pussy every which way. The right way, the wrong way, in and out and all that. I'm talking about slip and slide. You understand? Don't go chasing waterfalls. And now I'm sitting here like, what is this nigga name? I can't even think of the nickname. I'm stuck at this time, right? I'm like, oh shit. He leaned over. I was like, he was like, my name Dale. And I was like, he was like, Dale. He like, so my brother like, that's your real name? He like, yeah. He like, what's your last name? He tell him like, oh, my name Dale Johnson. He like, oh, all right. He like, where you from? Right? Because remind you, I don't know none of this. He like, I'm from Inglewood. My brother like, where you from? He like, look, bro, I ain't even trying to be on that type of time. You know what I'm talking about? I respect where I'm at. I'm over here fucking with your sister. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't even trying to be on that. Basically, I ain't trying to be on that type of time. He like, man, look, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm talking about? He like, you ain't my number one enemy. I don't give a fuck about none of that. He like, when you come over here, you good. If a nigga got an issue, tell him it's fat back. You feel me? You good. Like, don't worry about it. He like, you fuck with my sister as long as don't shit happen to my sister. You know my sister a Crip, right? He like, man, I know all that. He like, yeah, so I don't, I don't want no shit with my sister. He like, nah, I'm gonna take care of her. And so then my brother was like, you can go to the car, let me talk to him by myself. Now, I don't know what they talked about by themselves. I don't know. But when he came out, he was like, your brother cool. That's when I knew, like, I know my brother, he a scammer. So he probably asked that nigga what he got the plug on. Because I seen them exchanging numbers, so I already knew they finna start working together. You feel me? Period. I already knew. So, we riding in the car. I'm sitting there, he like, open your legs. I'm like, what? He like, open your legs. And I was just like, right then and there, I just made my mind up, like, just go with the flow. So I opened my legs. He put his hand over there as he driving. Boom, he playing with me. I'm in the fucking passenger seat going crazy. I'm talking about he in that thing. I'm like, oh my God. Like, baby, I want the D. Like, oh, huh. You feel me? I'm talking about wet as hell all in the seat. Right? So, boom, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? We pull up at the store. I'm getting out to go to the store. I'm like, damn, I'm wet. Like, and I got on the dress. Like, nigga, I leaned over. That nigga took his hand. I was like, this nigga nasty and I love it. I was like, oh, he was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to dry you up. I'm like, I hope not. He like, yeah, I'm going to clean that up. Don't trip. I'm like, oh, I go in the store. I come out. He on the phone. He like, whoever he on the phone with, he like, man, I'll be there in a minute. He like, make sure everything cleared out. Da-da-da-da-da. So I could hear the nigga on the phone like, who you bringing? He like, don't worry about that. He like, man, who you bringing? Who you bringing? He like, don't worry about that. Whoever it was like, all right. So we pull up to this house. I'm like, damn, this house nice. You know, it was in the hood, but it's still, you know, hood houses is nice out here. I don't know what y'all hood look like, but our hoods look good. I'm gotta give LA and Compton that type of credit. I ain't gonna lie. Long Beach, Compton, Watts, we got some nice ass houses. It's just what it is. And so we pull up and I see everybody outside. I'm like, okay, it's like a little function. He come open my door, grab my hand. He like, don't let my hand go. I'm like, okay. So he holding my hand, we walking in. We get over there by his homeboy. I see the homegirl. She like, oh, you came. She run over there and hug me, give me a kiss. She like, come on, let's have a drink. I'm like, can I let your hand go? He like, yeah, bring me a drink too. Okay, fine. Boom. Go over there to the little bar, get 2 drinks. I bring him a drink. We sitting there. Boom. I sit down in the chair. He like, can you get up? I'm like, okay, I get up. Baby, boom. He like, sit on my lap. Oh, okay. Oh. So now everybody, we mingling, he talking, he introducing me to niggas. It's cool. So I'm looking at the homegirl and I see the other homegirl. I'm like, what the fuck she doing here? Right? She like, oh, I forgot to tell you that bitch was coming. Like, yeah, she fucked with the other nigga. I'm like, oh, so you bitches been getting money plots and ain't told me nothing. They like, Pooh, because you normally don't be with what we own, so we, you know, we'll. I'm like, oh, all right. She like, but you know, we fake girlfriends over here. I'm like, oh, okay. So niggas don't really know who you is. We on some, all right, we got it. You feel me? We got it, right? So as the night go on, wind down or whatever, it's this one girl, she keep looking at me. But she mad dogging me, and I've been paying attention to her all night. But I really don't give a fuck, because it ain't my, you know, it ain't my shit. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is, right? So he like, his homeboy walk up to me, he like, do I know you? I'm like, do you know me? He like, you don't be in the jungles? I'm like, yep. So when I said that, I could feel him up under me because I'm sitting on his lap. I could feel him like kind of grab my thigh like, but I didn't think nothing of it, right? I'm like, yeah. He like, where you been? I'm like, on Stalker. I'm like, my auntie stay right there. I'm like, on Nicolette. I'm like, well, I'm not, Lord. That's what I meant to say first, y'all. Some of y'all gonna be like, Stalker. Bitch, shut up. Nicolette, huh? That part. I'm like, yeah, my auntie stay right there on the corner with the woo. And then he like, who your auntie? And I tell him like, a little bit. He like, oh, whoop. He telling me who my peoples is. And I'm like, yeah. He like, yeah, young uncle from the hood. I'm like, yeah. He like, oh, all right. Whoop. He like, I know you look familiar. Now I'm feeling this nigga grip me tighter and tighter on the side. He like, let me holler at you. Like, me and old boy finished talking, he was like, that's what's up, Tell your uncle, you know, get at me, nigga. I'm telling him I'm home, I'm like, oh, you can call him. This is what I'm thinking. So before I can finish, like, giving him the phone to call, he like, let me holler at you. I'm like, okay. So we go in the house. He like, what's up with you? I'm like, nothing. He like, you just go talk to this nigga and all that. Y'all reminiscing and all in my face. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you tripping like that. I'm like, baby, I'm a social butterfly. Like, everybody know who he is. Like, I got 11 brothers. Like, what do you, and 6 sisters. What you think? Like, we all from the hood. Like, everybody knows somebody or somebody. He like, yeah, whoa. So, this girl walked past. She like, hey. And I was like, oh, hi. And then he was like, come here. And she stopped. She was like, huh? He was like, come here. And I'm looking at him, calling her. He was like, you think she pretty? Our girl was like, yeah. He was like, babe, you think she cute? And I looked at her, I'm like, damn, she is. Come on, yeah, she cute. He like, all right. He like, come here. So he take me in the room. He like, lay back. Oh, I'm like, okay. He snatched my thong off. Damn. Okay. Boy, you already know he go downtown. I'm over there, loving it. Next thing I know, I hear it knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. He like, come in. He like, man, chill out. Chill out. Nigga, he stuffed her face right in me. Oh, I like that one. Oh, she a bad one. Oh, I'm like, oh. He get back in the chair. He in his own world. He just watching. I'm like, oh. I guess my eyes got to rolling and something a little too hard. The nigga was like, that's enough. You can get out. She was like, no problem. She was like, can I please you? He was like, fuck no. Like, nah. Like, nah. And nigga was like, you enjoyed that. I'm just laying there like, nigga, yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me in. Oh, she was so A1. I'm like, bitch, you on the level with me. Like, whoa, right? So then he like, go on and wash up. I'm like, he like, we ain't fucking over here. We'll fuck when we get back to the house. I'm just like, oh, okay. You feel me? Whatever. So then I'm coming out of there from washing up. So I'm like, kind of smiling. Like, I'm just like, damn. That orgasm was A1. And I just skirt like just all in her mouth too. It was just, and she caught it all. I'm talking about sucked it out. I was like, this bitch is me. You know, it was like, damn, right? As soon as I come out the bathroom, and it grabbed me and bend me over, slide right in. I'm like, oh. That nigga was like, I can't wait, Pound Town. Then that nigga just bust all in the nigga. I'm like, what are you doing? He like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. Like, you will have my baby. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, nuh-uh. He like, yes, the fuck you is. Shut up. No, I'm not. He like, yes, the fuck you is. Shut up. Oh, okay. I am where we is, little baby. A little baby about the guns. And I don't give a fuck at this point, right? So I done got dug out. I'm telling I'm feeling good. I done went back in there and washed up. He like, we finna go in a minute because you ain't got no panties on. Like, I ain't going for that. I'm like, okay. So we going down the hall. He like, your homegirl in there, you go check her out. I'm like, he like, but you better not do nothing. I'm like, what you mean? Nigga, I go to the room. My homegirl, it's a nigga, right? This nigga is like, so her hands is up in the air, right? And this nigga, he got like that little feather duster, and he going all over her body, and she just tickled by the shit, right? But then I looked. My homegirl had one bitch eating her ass and one sucking her pussy as he was doing that. I was just looking like. So he ended up looking at me. He was like, hi. I was like, hi. He was like, you want to join us? I was like, no. I just want to watch. He was like, come in and close the door. Sit in the chair. I go sit in the chair. I'm watching. Now, remind you, this dude is not black. He's like mixed. I don't know what he mixed with. He kind of look white, but then he look kind of Russian. He don't look, you know, I don't know, but then he kind of look Hispanic. So it was kind of weird. Might have been a nigga. You never know. He dropped his shit, and I was like, I ain't never seen a mixture like this. I was like, damn. So white boys do got dick, huh? All right. And baby, he was pop, pop, pop. My homegirl was hollering, right? And then, what was so crazy? He literally let them strap up to peg him. So I'm just like. And so after they, fucked him and all that, I left out and shit. My homegirl was smiling, she was just laughing like, bitch, you already know. Right? I leave out and I'm laughing. He was like, yeah, I sent you in there. Your homegirl told me you like that kind of shit. He like, but you would never play with me like that. He like, so you better enjoy looking at it. Now the attitude is coming from nowhere, and I'm just like, okay. Whatever you say. You feel me? Whatever you say, right? So we end up leaving a party, right? We leave the party. We go get some food. We go back to his other house. Well, I don't know who house this was. I'm going to say a spot. He like, go upstairs. I go upstairs. I hear him on the phone like, you pop up over here if you want to. He like, I don't know what you think or who you think I fuck with. But whoever I fuck with ain't gonna play with you. And you know I ain't gonna play with you. So I hear him. But I don't give a fuck because I'm feeling like he the love of my life. You are my friend. Bitch, yeah, I'm talking about I have felt these fucking chakras through my body, y'all. Like, y'all know how that first enter of the D be like. And I'm talking about not no regular, and he was so, like, he was so sensual. So like when he touching you, he's rubbing your body, and fucking amazing. You know what I'm talking about? Amazing, right? So my homegirl ended up calling me. She like, where you at? I'm like, we at his spot. She like, ask him, did so-and-so give him the money? So I was like, babe, my homegirl said that, what the whoop give you the money. He was like, oh yeah, tell her she can come get it. My bad. He was like, we left. He was like, I fucking forgot. Tell her I got it. She was like, we got this nigga over here at gunpoint. I'm like, bitch, he like, no. I'm like, babe, they got him at gunpoint. That's when he was saying, no. He like, come get it. She like, all right. So boom, they end up coming over. Probably about like an hour later. He told them like, y'all good? She was like, shit, we was chilling, but we know y'all doing you. He like, man, if you want to kick it with your homegirl and she cool with it, he like, I ain't tripping if y'all stay or whatever. So he was like, but I'm gonna call the homie over here. She was like, oh, it's okay or whatever. So he ended up calling his homeboys. They ended up coming over. So we all ended up chilling. So we all in the motherfucking house chilling, having a good time. I ain't gotta cook. I just got fucked. I am feeling good. So he come get me. He like, come on, let's take a shower. Take a shower? Okay, we get in the shower and baby, it goes down. I'm talking about it goes fucking down in the shower. We probably was in the shower for like an hour. I'm talking about, right? To the point where like when we got out the shower, we laid in the bed for like another 30 minutes before we ended up getting up. So he was like, he was like, I forgot I brought you with me. He was like, you don't got no bag? He like, you want to go home and get something? And I was like, nah, because if I go home, I'm going to stay home. He was like, no, the fuck you not, go get some clothes and come back. He like, I need you to get some clothes and come back. I'm like, man, chill out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he like, nah, for real, go get some clothes. Take your homegirls with you and go get some clothes. I'm like, y'all, come ride with me to go get some clothes. So we leave out or whatever. When we leave out, it's a couple of cars coming in because it's one of them gates. Open the gate, they coming in, we coming out. We ain't tripping. We leave. I go to my house, I pack a bag. My brother like, oh, what you spend the night? Nigga, you all in my motherfucking business. Don't worry about what I'm doing. He like, that nigga cool though. That nigga cool. He came through what he said he was gonna come through. Wait a minute. Y'all been talking all day? What the fuck been going on? He like, no, you sent the nigga over here. Like, I got some shit from him. Okay, cool. Whatever. Do what you do, right? So, next thing I know, he calling me like, where you at? I'm like, I'm on my way. He like, all right, I'm just making sure everything's straight. I'm like, yeah, everything's straight. He like, all right. He like, cause you know that car, like, you know. I'm like, I know to be careful. I'm like, we ain't stopping nowhere. He like, y'all don't gotta get blunts or nothing. I got all that. I'm like, all right. So boom, we get some stuff. So my homegirl like, can I get a you know, something to sleep in? Whoa. Yeah. So my other homegirl like, just drop me off. I'm gonna go on to the house. I'm like, oh, okay, boom, I drop her off. We get back to the house, we go upstairs. My homegirl get in the shower, me and him talking, his homeboy talking. So I guess he noticed his homeboy like looking at my titties. He like, nigga, how long you go stare at her titties? And I was like, oh my bad. I was like, y'all just go ahead, I'll go in the room. He like, nah, I just want to know how long the nigga go stare at him. He like, if he go stare at him, he might as well suck on him. So I'm looking like, what? Hell no to the no. So his homeboy was like, shit, if she let me. I was like, oh, that's a no-go. So he looked at his homeboy. He was like, nigga, for real? He was like, man, bro, you always try to put niggas to tests. He like, nah, nigga, I just trying to see what type of niggas I can have around me. So my nigga really had an attitude that he even was for the go for the shit. So, boom. Next thing I know. Next thing I motherfucking know. Next thing I know. Y'all already know what happened. A motherfucking at the motherfucking door. So I'm like, who the fuck at the door this late? You feel me? In my mind, right? So he was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if this bitch popped up, I'm about to beat this bitch ass. So his homeboy like, who, Tony? He like, hell yeah. He like, why the fuck she still doing this shit? He like, bro, I don't know. Somebody told her I was with Pooh at the party. And you already know how the bitch feel about your bitch, which is my homegirl. He like, man, what the fuck? He like, oh, well.